Hi, and welcome back as I continue to tell my very non-linear coming out story about 10 minutes at a time. And today I want to continue talking about a love story about how it is that I fell in love with another man. So here I bring you I Fell in Love with Another Man, part 2. Anyways, um, I wanted to talk about something very specific today. I wanted to talk about that moment I realized that I felt extremely different for this person and what it is that this person did to make me feel that way. When I realized that it wasn't just I wanted an attraction, or that it wasn't that I just felt this person's heart and this person's heart vibe with my heart. Um, so we have to go way back. And not every story is gonna be this cute, but I think this is a really cute story. It's also a very difficult story because it takes place at one of the most deepest, darkest times in my life when I experienced some of the most hurt. And to talk about that, I have to go all the way back to last year, um, right around Christmas time. I was down in Colombia for the first time to get my teeth work done. I had just met him. Um, and at the time, we were just talking. That's all that there was. There was just talking. There was a friendship. There was definitely an attraction, but it was a friendship. I was still married at the time, and that's all that was. And I found him to be a great person. I found him to be a very sweet person, but at the time, we were just getting to know each other. Um, when I had taken that trip to go to Colombia, I had found out that my uncle had gone into the hospital because of COVID. Um, and it was extremely painful for me because me and my uncle, we were extremely close. We weren't like uncles, we were like brothers. Because of those things that life does. Like most of my life, my uncle lived with me in our house, and he was like a second dad. He was like a brother. He was a companion. I can't begin to say everything that my uncle was, and the reason why I'm talking to about my uncle in the past tense is because my uncle is no longer here. But during this time, I was in Colombia, and I was meeting Sebastian, and I was getting my teeth worked on, and my uncle's condition in the hospital was getting worse, and I was full with anguish. And on December 20th, Sebastian had proposed that we went on a hike trip to this mountain. This they call it the Rock. It's in Guatapé. It's beautiful, and I wanted to go to spend time with him and to get to know him more. And at the same time, I was so saddened because my uncle's condition kept getting worse and worse and worse, and it seemed like him staying alive was not gonna be. And I was demolished, and I agreed to go on the trip because I wanted to get my mind off of stuff. I wanted to just enjoy the moment. And that trip was one of the most bittersweet moments because Sebastian was so sweet. He was so gentle, just the way he spoke. He knew that I was in pain, and did a good job at communicating that he was with me, without a cliche, without like stating the obvious, just being there and being present. And I personally felt so cared for. I hadn't felt like that in years. I felt validated. I felt acknowledged. I felt like I was important to somebody. And that to me in itself was mind blowing. I was like, so this is what it feels like to feel like somebody cares, like somebody gives a shit about you. Which I didn't think that people did. And along comes this kind soul and comforts me. The next 24 hours are crucial because within the next 24 hours is when my uncle got disconnected from life support. And he died. And that whole time, that whole time, I was I was being comforted by Sebastian. So I think at that very point, and I hate to be cliche and I hate to sound dumb, but I strongly believe that at that very point there God had a moment with me of like, yes, you know, you're gonna lose like one of the most important people in your life, but you're gonna be okay, and I'm giving you someone else. So I'm not saying this to say that in any way, you know, Sebastian came to replace my uncle or anything like that. But as my uncle became an angel in our lives, God made sure that I had somebody dope and caring and loving in my life. And I will be forever thankful. Sebastian made me realize at that moment that I was important, that my feelings were important. Sebastian made me realize at that moment that I should care about myself and how I feel. I felt special, extremely special, and I hadn't felt that way in so long. I know I haven't been hitting the 10-minute marks, but I feel like some stories have a special place where they have to end. And this is the end of this story. So I will talk to you guys again. And remember, I love you guys. Make someone feel special today. Peace.